Just tonight, I've got a little bit of anxiety, feeling a bit anxious about the week. Just waiting for people to pop on, and yeah, really looking forward to reading the cards. I've got some new offers this week. Well, they're not new, they're like my usual sorts of offers, but yes, I've got some offers this week, and especially for those people. Good to see you, Emma. Yeah, I've just, for people who are just lost myself. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I've got some offers this week for people who are in Perth, because I thought it might be nice to do some in-house sessions. So those of you who, hi, Shai, good to see you. I do my sessions in-house and via Zoom, but I thought I would open up. I don't have many spots. So you do have to, if you're in Perth, you do have to get in fairly quick, because my time is, I work in-house during school hours, or excuse me, or it is alternative Saturdays, so like bi-weekly on the Saturdays. So yeah, so you've sort of, if you want to do some in-house work with me, so all are welcome. It doesn't matter whether you're vaxxed or unvaxxed, doesn't matter. I'm cool as. So just if you'd like to do some work with me. So what I'm offering, what I've got open, I'll just wait for a few people to jump on Facebook, but just for Instagram. Oh, I forgot to put it up, the link up in the thing on Instagram, but you can private message me. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait, Ashley. Hi, Karen and Ashley and everyone. Clara, yes, I am doing readings, but I'm going to wait for a few people to jump on before I do readings. And how it usually works is I do a weekly tarot report first. So, and that's for the collective, that's for all of us. So I'm going to do that first, and then yeah, and then I will do some one card readings for other people. But that's what I like to do first. A bit selfish because it's for me too. I like to see what's on there. So anyway, what I wanted to say was that I'm opening up my channeling mentoring for those of you who want to develop your psychic abilities, for those of you who want to connect in with spirit, learn how to connect in with your spirit guides or your guardian angels, and to develop your mediumship skills so you can connect in with deceased loved ones who have passed over. And it's also a therapeutic session. So I work therapeutically with you. We work on clearing the heart chakra. We work on clearing any sort of emotional debris that may be getting in the way of you being, in alignment with what you've come here to do, or in alignment, or helping you course correct, or help you work through any relationship issues that might be stopping you from being in the full expression of who you are. So these sessions are definitely guided. They're soul purpose driven. They are a 3-session journey. So we'll work together. The first session is usually working on the heart chakra and clearing the heart, connecting in with your soul and feeling into that energy so that you can start to anchor into your true north, to feel your sense of agency and sovereignty, and learning how to trust your intuition and your psychic abilities. And then the second session is usually we connect in and verbally channel your spirit guide, and we do some breath work if you're open to doing breath work. And then the third session, normally what we do is we do a life between lives, a hypnosis, which usually goes for a good hour or so. And so, I'll take you through past lives, other lives. I won't tell you too much about that, because if you do sign up for this, I like to not have people come into that particular session without too many expectations, so that it's like purely intuitive and spontaneous, and it's much more powerful that way. But it is a life between lives hypnosis. It is a past life hypnosis, but I won't tell you too much about that. So if you'd like to join, it's 1-to-1, so you can do it via Zoom, or you can also do it in-house with me, in-house session. And everybody that does those sessions love them. They really love them, and they usually come back for more. And if you do decide to come back for more, I usually, anyway, open up space for you. So I'm going to pop the link in here for you now. I'll just pop it. Sorry, Instagram, I haven't popped it up in the thing, I forgot. So yes, I'll pop the link in there now. So these sessions are either in-house. So if you're in Perth, very happy to do them in-house. I've got my hypnotherapy chair there, and down here you probably can't see, can't see it. Down there I've got my crystal singing bowls. We do breath work, and I help you connect in with your guides and connect in with deceased loved ones who have passed over. I help you to develop your mediumship skills, your psychic abilities, as well as doing some therapeutic work around the heart. Many of us are so guarded, right, because we've been hurt in our lifetimes. We work on healing some of those hurts so that you can, learn to open to spirit, open to trusting the guidance from spirit and source. I was going to use the word God, but I didn't want to scare people. I'm not religious. I'm not following any religious dogma. Anyway, yes, Claire, I am doing readings now, but I was introducing my offer first. So that's what I want to do now. So hello, Jess. Good to see you. Brooke, Shy. It's good to see everyone. So I'm going to do Amy. Hello, Amy. I'm going to do Dave. Hello. I can't speak. I'm going to do the weekly tarot report now. So how this works is I'm going to pick 3 cards randomly, and those 3 cards are going to be the energy report for this week. So your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I've put my hand up to channel for you. Hi, Diane. I'm located in Scarborough. Yeah. Yes, you're most welcome to message me if you've got any questions. There is a little, anyway, you can see the link there. And yes, if you've got questions, private message me. Yes, so hello, Manda, good to see you. So, okay, so I'm going to pick 3 cards, right? And then I'm going to do some 1-card readings or 2-card readings for people. So let's do this first, because my people, my little tribe that follow me, we all love the tarot report. And then I'll do, and then I'll read some cards. So, oh, gosh. Okay, let's go. 3 cards. Yeah, so I know it's a bit tough for some people in Perth at the moment with the mandates, people who can't go out and do sort of the normal things in society. They've been banned from certain areas. It's a bit hard, isn't it? Although, something really lovely happened to me today. Somebody asked me out on a date, and it was really nice because he said, would you like to watch the sunset with me? And I thought, now that's just really lovely. We don't get to sort of take for granted those simple things that are really beautiful experiences. And, it gives us people an opportunity to connect now in a much more meaningful way. So maybe we can celebrate some of the good things that will come out of this, this situation that we find ourselves in. Oh, Shy, it was so beautiful. It was just so beautiful. Yes, that's what I thought, because I'm so a bit bloody careless. It was really nice. Yes, Scarborough is lovely. It's such a nice place. Very lucky. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at these cards. So the first card, let's just hope if I can pull out the Death card, right? That would be shit. Or the 3 of Swords, or the 10 of Swords, or the 5 of Cups, because we're in trouble if I get any of those cards. It's not a good sign for me, right? Christ. We'll see. I should have kept my mouth shut. Now I'm going to be scared. All right. Let's see. Oh, great card. So this is a good sign. Oh, you probably can't see it on Instagram. All right. So this card is the 10 of Pentacles. Well, the Earth, I'll slow down. So the Pentacles represent the Earth element, and the Earth element is all about our time, our money, our energy, our resources, and love. And it is a feminine element. It's not a masculine element. And I know in the Mythic Tarot, it does relate to career for sure, but it's also about how we utilize our resources to create the kind of life, or to manifest our ideas into physical form, and to manifest the things that we love, that we see in our mind. We use our resources to build it, to create it, to manifest it. Of the good fortune in this earth realm, that thank God that things don't get created like the speed of thought, because can you imagine what a mess? I mean, the world's already in a mess, but can you imagine if you were able to manifest the moment you thought, Christ, my life would be a mess. So we have to deal with time with the earth element. We need patience. It's like a beautiful, tree or plant that needs to grow, or that we're growing. We've got to give it time. We've got to nurture it, add nutrients into the soil, water it, give it sunshine, fresh air, all of that sort of good stuff to, get our hands dirty to grow it. So, so with this card, it is about legacy. It's about, what do you want to be known for? Here we are, 2022. And yes, we're in a really sort of pivotal, amazing time in history. And, it is pretty much a divine rebellion that's sort of happening where we're breaking down, we're wanting to break down structures that are no longer, social structures that are no longer a fit for the long-term future. And this is the card of, what do you want to be remembered for? How do you want to be remembered? What's the legacy you want to leave? What do you want to be like when you die? What do you want to be remembered for? Like, what kind of inheritance do you want to leave your children? What do you want to do with your resources that can create or add a meaningful contribution to humanity? So this is the card of family, and it is the card of inheritances, and it is the card of legacy. So we've been called this week to think about how we might want to make an impact, or how you might want to make a meaningful impact in your corner of the world. And it just, it does, it is like grassroots, right? It just takes one person at a time. And, we can, even just a simple act of kindness or openness to people who are going through difficult times can create a massive shift in somebody's day, even just to smile at them and ask them if they're okay, Yeah, so this is such a good card. It's such a great card for us this week. So, those of you who work with me or have worked with me or that know me know that I truly believe that we all have a purpose in this lifetime, and that we all have a legacy, something meaningful, a meaningful contribution that we can all make. But obviously you have to want to be the meaning maker of your experience. You've got to want to make a contribution. Spirit is asking us to think about that this week, to get clear on that, to open our hearts and our minds to why. Why are we doing what we're doing? Make it matter. This week, think about how you can make it really matter. So, I truly believe that we all do have a purpose. And sometimes your job, your like your employment may not actually be your purpose, but it provides you with the financial foundation or money. It provides you with the money to be able to fulfill the thing that you really love doing, that actually is making a contribution. So don't think that soul purpose has to be a career, because sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about the voluntary things that we do, or sometimes it's about the impacts that we make with our art. That isn't about money and monetary gain. It's about how we can enrich the lives of other people through our soul work, or through our hearts, the generosity of our hearts and our art. I believe that we're all artists in our own unique way. Yeah, so, okay, the next card, another Pentacles. This is good. Okay, so Pentacles. So, guys, everyone, so this is if you align and you choose, if you choose to follow your heart and choose to follow the legacy, choose to follow your big why, your big meaningful why. Now, a lot of people get a bit scared at this point. They feel like they've got this calling to do something, but they feel like they're just afraid that it won't work, or they'll fail, or, and from my experience, you won't fail. You won't fail. You might be challenged. You might trip over. You might hurt yourself a few times. It might not work out perfectly to begin with, but it will if you keep taking a step forward towards it. If you keep trusting and just go forward and just do the thing. Do what you love. This is an offering. The Six of Pentacles is an offering. This is being gifted. You're being divinely compensated. If you choose to trust and follow the impulse of your soul purpose, you will be divinely compensated this week in one way or another, whether that be financial, whether that be with a job offer, whether that be with the perfect mentor or the perfect coach or the perfect therapist, or even love, like a partner. You will be divine. There'll be an opportunity for you So this is a windfall. And so all sixes in the Mythic Tarot are celebratory cards. It's a good sign, it is a good sign. So the message with this card is to open to receive. So you're going to have to, if you want what you want, you're going to have to like drop down the guard around your heart, like drop the guard down and open your heart to receiving. Like when I say drop down the guard around your heart, be vulnerable, in regards to what you love, to the dream that you have for yourself, for the purpose, for your calling, or for the things that you'd love to do, that you'd love to create in your lifetime. Like let down the guard, open your heart to the possibility that you can have that, because this suggests windfall. If you do that, you will get it. You'll get an opportunity to become that, to enact that, to produce that in one way or another. Now we have subliminal Helen. I call her sub hell. There's a reason why I call her sub hell. She is a very passionate card, for sure. She is about our passions. And she's in the sign of Scorpio. And yes, hours at work cut. What can I add? Career advice, please, on Melissa. We'll see, Melissa, when I finish off doing this. So you've already received some insight in this reading, right? You've already received some insight in this reading. Anyway, so far, we're on to the Queen of Cups. So yes, she's in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio energy is the intense depths of your inner reality. It is there's a strong emotionality to the Queen of Cups. She is your passion. She is your emotional connection to doing what you love. She is what you must do, that you can't not do, that you can't run away from it. You can't force two hands together with Helen. You can't force yourself to do something that you're not into. Like this is passionate. This is the passionate love. And I feel like that about the work I do, for sure. I feel a passion. I feel a love. I couldn't not think of doing anything else. In fact, my heart would be broken if I wasn't doing the work that I do. So Helen, the story around Helen of Troy is that she eloped with Paris. She was married to Menelaus, and he was a horrible ruler, and he was a monster, actually. He wasn't a nice person. And she fell in love, well, it was ordained by Aphrodite, but she fell in love with Paris, and they eloped, and they took off. He took her back to Troy. He was the Prince of Troy. And she was known as the face that launched 1,000 ships. And so, it started this war, and Troy burnt down. Paris lost his life, and she walked out of Troy unscathed. And it was said that she had many lovers behind the walls of Troy. It wasn't just Paris. She had strong emotional connections with many people. So you can't control the message of this card is you can't control how you feel. You feel what you feel, and that's the end of it. The end. You can't help it. You can't try and deny what you're feeling either. So this is the card of strong emotions that are just, they're not logical. They're deep within you, and this is the intensity of emotionality. So when I see this card come up in a reading, it could be for many reasons, but let's look at it from a few different perspectives. One, it could be that you're point blank, you're into someone, and you're really truly into someone, and you can't help the way you feel. It's just there, and you can't change the way you feel. And sometimes that's hard, hey, because that person might not be into you. They might not be feeling the same thing. It can be that you are with someone and there is a really strong emotional bond between you and this other person. That's it's like intense passion, intense waves of love, and it's kind of like an unstoppable force. It's just it's subconscious, and it could be even that it's old familiar patterns emerging, and you are playing out some subconscious patterns with someone. It can also be about the passionate drive that you have for your purpose, or for your career path, or for a hobby that you could turn into a career that you feel like so driven, like emotionally driven by. And yeah, it's a beautiful card. Helen is you can see she's got the forbidden fruit there. She's a bit naughty, Helen. She's a bit naughty. Yes, okay, so let's have a look. Let's summarize these three cards. Didn't give me any clues. Well, maybe it did. I don't know. Anyway, so 10 of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. This is about your legacy. You know, what's your big purpose? What's your meaning? Why, for use of a better word, I'm going to swear, why the fuck are you doing what you're doing? Like, what, like, are you really fulfilling? Are you really leaving the legacy that you want to leave? Are you doing what you want to be remembered for? Are you really investing in your long-term future? Are you really, like, get real about what you want to create? This is the legacy that we want to leave. It could be about writing a book. It could be about doing that field of, or getting involved in that field of study. It could be honoring the kind of work that you've been wanting to do, that you sort of been avoiding because you think you're not good enough, or like, everything starts with a small step, right? It's a series of lots of little steps, and then you turn around and you realize you've made a giant leap. And that's usually how it works. But you've got to take, like, you won't fail. You've just got to keep going. You might fall over a few times. I've fallen over heaps of times in my work. I just pretend. Even if I've had a failed launch, when I've launched things, I just forget. It just goes into the subconscious, and I just go, well, that's finished now, moving on. You learn to pick yourself up and dust yourself off. It's just what you do. It's how you roll in business. So, okay, Six of Pentacles. If you trust that calling, if you trust where you're being called, you will be divinely compensated. You will. So you need to trust. Go take that leap of faith, take that risk, be willing to cut ties to things that are just not, you just don't want to do it. Just like, choose to do things in your life that you actually love. Choose that for yourself. Like, you start to move into alignment when you choose those sorts of things for yourself, when you drop the things that you friggin' hate. You've only got one life. Don't waste a second of it on shit that you don't want to do. Now, open your heart and your mind to doing the things that you love. Give it a go. You can always go back to the shit that you hate, right? Yeah. Okay. So who's this? Hot. Products going fast. Who's this? Block user. See ya, whoever you are. Did I block it? Oh, I picked that one up pretty quickly, didn't I? Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. So following, like, trust your passions, trust your passion to purpose. And yes, this denotes, it just denotes intensity in relationship, an intense relationship, whether that be with your business, your career, or a lover. Yes. Or it can be that you're into someone and they're just not the same into you, but there's like a secret passion for someone as well. Yes. Okay. So these are this week's cards. I'm glad they didn't say anything else because it might have ruined my sunset date. Hey, thank God. That would have messed me up. Hey, that would have yes, it would have set a bad tone. It's a bit dangerous, actually, wasn't it? Pulling some cards on that. Anyway, I wasn't pulling cards on that, but it could have turned. It could have turned. So, all right, now let's do some readings. So I'm going to start with Facebook, and yes, I'm going to pick Jody. Hi, Jody Keaty. Hello. Nice to meet you. Glad that you're here. So glad that you made it. And yeah, I'll pick a card for you. Let's see what cards come up for you. Card. I'm doing the burping thing again. You see, every time I go online, I think it's like honestly, I think my body's releasing some of the energy of whatever's like energetically in my field whilst I'm online with you guys, clearing whatever. Yeah, I do. It happens every time I start burping. It's not very nice, is it? Can't help it. Sorry. All right. Jody, this is for you. All right, Jody, this is the card of recovery. This is the card of you having recovered from either an illness or stress, some kind of illness, some kind of like difficulty. Maybe it's even a difficulty in a relationship, but you're in recovery of this. This is like needing some recuperation time, needing some time out, needing to rest. And it is a card of introversion. So it is about going inwards. And, it's a bit like that, isn't it? When we've been through difficult times, you need like space to process what it was all about, like what it all means. Like you need time just to be introspective and to unpeople. I would call this the card of unpeopling. And it suggests to me also that you are highly sensitive, that you have this high sensitivity, and you might call yourself an empath, but I would say you're highly sensitive, that you can become overstimulated by your environment, and you probably need some time out, just like rest. Day naps are like the best thing for highly sensitive people. Just our society just doesn't really run like that, does it? Not in Western society anyway. We're usually on this 9-to-5 grind, or even 12-hour days, and we don't give ourselves time to actually have those little siestas, those day naps. You definitely need rest and recuperation. You need to rest your body. It feels like your body's under stress. This is the card of like competition, and also the message I need to give you with this card. No, I'm just looking. Someone has just said something on Instagram. It's a no, but I can't stop you. I can't stop you, Ines, but it's a no. You have to make your own decision, but Spirit is saying no, but you've got to do whatever you want to do, but it's a no. It'll be repeat. It'll be repeat of the same thing. Just be careful. Be careful. You're in a much better place now. Don't do it. Anyway, but I can't. It's not my business. You've got to do what's right for you. So this is the card of competition, and it is the card of like difficulties. It is the card of like having to sort of rise above. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You've just got to stay focused on you and get yourself in a much better place, Jody. Right? Focus on you. Okay. Next person would be Jessica. Hi, Jessica. I'd love a card if possible, please. Jessica Pryor. Nice to meet you, Jessica. I don't think I've met you before. It's good to see you online. Welcome to the tribe, to our Sunday Night Live. Yeah. So, oh, you're so welcome, Jody. Oh, thanks for saying thank you. It's nice to get a thank you. I appreciate your appreciation. Thanks. Okay, Jessica, let's see. Let's see what we've got. I need to have my board here. I wonder where my board is. I haven't got my board. I didn't bring my board in tonight. My Ouija board. Sometimes I have it sitting here with me, gosh, I didn't bring it in with me tonight. I forgot. Never mind. Not meant to be. Jessica. I left it at my friend's place the other week. So her and her mum were both on it. They were on it on the telephone line and getting some interesting messages too. Okay. Anyway. Jessica. Oh, two major cards, Jessica. So the first card that's come up is the Fool, and the Fool represents new beginnings. His energy I call him like the backpacker, right? So he's like the backpacker, and he is he's ready to jump off the cliff and take a risk, and he doesn't really care where he's going to land. He's just being guided by instinct. This is the card of a brand new chapter. You have an opportunity for a brand new chapter. This is about like letting go, opening your mind and your heart to the possibility of starting again, starting something new, a brand new chapter. And it is about taking a risk. It is about doing things that you haven't done before, or opening your heart and your mind to a different pathway, a different way of doing things. Dionysus in the Mythic Tarot is also known as, actually, let me tell you a little bit about Dionysus. So in Pompeii, he was like the patron of Pompeii, and all the Italians, all the Romans, they would go to Pompeii it was a bit like Bali or like Ibiza. They would go there for a holiday. And actually, I can't say too much because my daughter's in here. I have to be careful. Anyway, so they would be having a good time. is what I'm going to say. They were having a good time in Pompeii. Everyone was having a good time and everyone was having fun with each other. They were having a good time and they were drinking lots of wine and they were letting go of all their problems. So this is what this card represents. Not having a go at everyone. It's about letting go and having a good time. Like, stop worrying about the alarm clock. Like, literally, stop worrying about the alarm clock. Like, let the alarm clock go. Don't run your life by an alarm clock. Like, take a risk. Take a leap of faith. And so the Wheel of Fortune represents you becoming a collaborator with life. You know, taking life, you know, by your two, like, start making decisions for yourself. Start, like, open your heart and your mind to the possibility that you actually create your fate. Don't wait for the universe to knock on your door, because the universe isn't going to knock on your door until you actually collaborate with life. You know, this is the card of understanding that you have to have some kind of like internal reference system where you have to listen in and go in and turn that wheel, make the change, do the things. Sometimes this is called a crisis card because we're forced into a crisis situation to make the changes. Now, all crises don't have to be dramatic, but this is like things have to change. They cannot go on the way they are. If you don't make the change, life will pull the rug out from underneath you and create a crisis for you to make that change. Take the leap of faith and do the thing. Okay. The next person is, let's see, no one on Instagram is asking me, so that's fine. I will move. Well, I already answered for somebody on Instagram. So Justine. Hi, Justine James. Nice to meet you. Guys, can I just say this? I really like doing love readings. So if you want a love reading, ask me for a love reading. I like doing those. Yes, I think I'm quite good at them. I just can't do them for myself. But, you know, it's hard to be sort of emotionally distant. You know, have some kind of like neutrality. What's the word? Being neutral. I was going to say neutrality. Is that even a word? I don't think so. Being neutral. I'm not very neutral when I do myself. So, yes, love readings. I don't mind them. You can ask me about love. Yes, don't be afraid. Ask and you shall receive. Yeah. Oh, I should put this in the comments. So let me just do this quickly. I haven't done it on Instagram. I will. That is I've just added my my channeling mentoring. So it is a 3-session journey, 1-to-1, where I do some training with you. I'm going to teach you to develop your mediumship skills and also to channel your spirit guide, as well as working therapeutically and clearing anything that's going on for you around the heart chakra. We have 3 sessions, and each session is built on, they kind of build on each other to the final session where I take you through a life between lives hypnosis. It's a really deep hypnosis. We do breath work. Obviously, I connect you with spirit, help you connect with spirit and help you to embody, to have tangible experience of spirit. And yes, and I do that in-house in Perth, and I do it via Zoom. So if you'd like to join in-house, for sure, private message me, and I'd be very happy to have you in-house. It doesn't matter whether you're vaxxed, unvaxxed, it's fine. I'm okay. I'm unvaxxed. So, you know, if you've got an issue, then maybe not come and see me. But if you'd like to, my door's open. My door's open to you. My time is limited, so it is between school hours, and I do have the alternate, like, bi-weekly Saturdays available. You've got to sort of get in quick for the Saturdays because, they can book up. I was fully booked throughout January and a bit of February. Now I've got space opened up. So, yeah, this is the time to jump in and, claim your spot, claim your seat. I will give you a pack of gypsy cards too. Yes, a pack of gypsy cards. I should show you them. Shall I show you them? Do you want me to do? I'll do Justine's reading first, and then I'll show you the gypsy cards. I'll show you what they look like. Yes. Okay, Justine, let's do some cards for you. So in case you haven't noticed, I do like to sort of talk a lot with the cards. I don't sort of do these quick, fortune telling style of readings. I do like to sort of go into the psychology of the cards a bit, actually. All right, Justine, this is for you. 1, 2. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was like there's a bit of a sad card here. So, Justine, this is this card represents the letting go. So you've been called to just relinquish all control, surrender, go in and surrender. I think many of us have problems doing this, me included. We all have this difficulty in surrendering to what is, like just letting go and letting things be. We all sort of want to have, that's why you're here tonight. Everybody wants to have some sort of control over their future or over their destiny, or to like be able to sort of, we don't like the uncertainty or the randomness of life. It can be quite confronting. In the story, I'll have to tell you the story of this card so it gives it some context. So this is the story of Psyche, who was in love with Eros, and they got married without knowing each other. And she confronted him because she wanted to see who he truly was. And he got a bit pissed off about that and ran off to his mummy's house and hid in her castle. And then Psyche, he didn't have the emotional IQ to be able to stay and work through the conflict. So Psyche had to, she went to Aphrodite's castle, because this Eros is Aphrodite's son. She went to Aphrodite's castle and begged Aphrodite to, allow her to see her son. And she said, no, not until you atone. So she gave her these 4 difficult tasks. And these tasks had her facing death each time she thought she was going to die. So this is the last task, and this task required her to go into the underworld, to go into the deep, dark realms of her inner being and face herself, all of who she is, and let go of trying to control any outcome. Like, let it go. Completely let it go. Let things be as it is. So she was willing to die. She was willing to die for love, but she didn't. She came out the other side. So sometimes we call this card the dark night of the soul. And my feeling is that you've been through some difficult times, and that I've got the Ace of Wands here, which tells me that you're coming out the other side of it, and that this is the card of opening up your mind and your heart to a brighter future. And preparing for this next chapter, opening up, like allowing yourself to be visionary. The Ace of Wands is ruled by Zeus, and Zeus in astrology is the planet, or is represented by the planet, or Jupiter, and Zeus are connected. I don't know what I'm saying there. I know exactly what I'm saying. I'm trying to find the words to say. I'm saying it all wrong. Doesn't matter. So he represents Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's the planet, sometimes I call it supersize me. How do I supersize me? Like, think large, think big. So you've been called to open your heart and your mind to an alternative reality. Like, just let go of what once was and open your heart and your mind to what, let yourself imagine the kind of life that you truly want. Like, be creative, open to starting again. Open your heart to starting again. Okay. So that was for you, Justine. Next person is Carly Williams. Hi, Carly. I would really love a love reading, please. Sure. And then I will read for Emma, Illuminated Flow, on Instagram. You're next. And then, yeah. So, that's the cat. Did you hear Bubby? He's so cute. He's just come in. Little mister. Oh, Bubby. We love you. He's talking to us. We call him the talking cat. I went on a date with a guy once, and I was talking about how Bubby and the cat across the road have been like eyeing each other off, and the cat was like, yes, Bubby, we hear you, and was trying to wanted to get Bubby, and he did get Bubby at one point, was really pissed off because Bubby's got freedom and he doesn't. He's locked in this house. He's not allowed out, and they walk him out on the lead. Anyway, I was telling this guy on a date about that. He thought I was a fucking nutcase. He said, do you really believe that the cats are communicating? I said, yes, I do. They might not be using those words. I'm putting it into those words. It's true. It's called animal communication. Oh, look what fell out for you, Carly. Love, the love card. I'm going to keep that one for you because that's like a good omen. We're going to keep that card, and then I'm going to pick another one for you. He didn't believe that guy didn't believe anything that I said. He thought I was full of shit. It was never going to work. Anyway, okay. Yes, exactly, Jason. They do. They talk to each other, don't they? And the animals, that's Bubby talking to me saying, where are you? I want some dinner. Where's my food? I'm not happy with what's there. Hurry up. Get a move on. Feed me. That's what he's saying. Okay. So, Carly, this is for you. Oh, okay, Carly. Right. So the first card that you got was the Ace of Cups. So this is the promise of love. This is the promise of having, Megan, they are very powerful. Megan says cats are powerful beings greater than humans. Yeah, have you ever tried to, like Bubby and I have had wars before about going in and outside. I've now got a cat door for him. Clearly he won. Bubby won. Anyway. Okay, so the Ace of Cups. So this represents love. It does represent love, but it is about the wanting love, wanting to connect, wanting to be in a relationship. Like this is the cup that we're filling. It's about filling your own cup. It is about you like getting in touch with nourishing yourself, nourishing your life. It feels boring, doesn't it, when I speak about it in that way? But don't worry, wait till you see the next card. So this is about nourishing yourself. Like it's time for you to let yourself connect with your Venus, wherever your Venus is in your chart. Would love to see. Yeah, I do charts, everyone, astrology charts. Love doing the astrology charts. I can have a look where Venus hangs out in your chart and what kinds of relationship you're likely to attract and the kind of person that would be a good fit for you. I can see that in your chart. I've looked at mine numerous times. Don't mind me a bit of Zeus. It's never done me any favors though. Anyway, so yeah, so this card is definitely about wanting love, but you've got to, the message with this card is that you've got to fill your own cup. You've got to do the things that you love, participate in activities that make you feel rich and nourished. Like the word that comes to mind when I think of Venus in my learning, like what I've learned with Venus is like, how do you fatten yourself up? Like fatten yourself up on doing the things that make you happy. Like start participating in things that have you feel nourished. And then we've got the Devil card. So this isn't a negative card. So it is about the shadow. It's definitely about the shadow self. But sometimes there's a positive shadow. Sometimes there's a positive shadow. And the positive shadow can be about those repressed parts of ourselves that we haven't, like we've been trying to conform or we've been trying to hide because we're a bit ashamed. I've got to be careful because I've got my daughter sitting in the corner here, so I can't be too like obvious. So I'm going to be a bit abstract. So let the wild woman out. It's time to let the wild woman out. She's gagging. She's gagging to get out. She needs to be expressed. And so this is about getting in touch with her again. And you're allowed to like that. That's kind of like it will draw in this energy. You've got to you're being called to go feel into your body, feel into it's time to sort of awaken that part of yourself again. So one must be careful with this card though too, that part of that awakening is also about being conscious, consciously aware of the you that you've been repressing, so that when you go into this next relationship, because this is the promise of another relationship coming, so when you go into that next relationship, you're not going to replay the conditions of the past. So you're not going, so you can become aware of the potential of attracting the same stuff that you've been through before. But this is about doing some of that work, and that comes from awakening we'll just call it awakening your kundalini, shall we? We'll just call it that. I think you know what I mean. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. I just need to be careful. Yeah. So this card is also about, sometimes we do things to repress those parts of ourselves. It might be like we don't allow ourselves to be all of who we are because there's some shame where you were told when you've been sort of shamed about being your true nature. And so we might do things that, maybe, too much eating or too much drinking to suppress those feelings. And you're being called to recognize that, those behaviors that might be preventing you from feeling into like your true expression, who you really are, what you're sort of hiding behind, that you're using to prevent yourself from actually feeling. I did it just on the side note. That was for you, Carly. I'm sorry. I hope that was okay. I'm apologizing because the devil cards, it's one of those confronting cards, hey. I was going to say that I remember doing a juice fast. Well, I've done quite a few over the years. And the first time I did a juice fast, it was a 21-day juice fast. And it's amazing what we cover up with food, how we sort of push emotions down or hold things down. And it's amazing what I was feeling. Like I couldn't hide from any of my emotions or anything. I had to learn. It's like I was warrior training doing that 21-day juice fast. I had to learn to sit with the discomfort of the anxiety, which was really good actually, because what it ended up doing is it was like I had a long history of post-traumatic stress from a difficult birth. And it was like it was the finally healed that, sitting with that, with no anything to cover it over. I was drinking and smoking, whatever, to cover up those feelings. I couldn't do it anymore. It was there. It was raw. So, I had to learn to sit with it. It was a really good experience, actually, and it changed my life dramatically. I left my husband, then husband. Anyway, said that quietly, didn't I? All right. So, Emma, this is for Emma on Instagram. Yes, that's right, Jason. I agree. Jason says, year of the water tiger, be fearless, be calculating, be free and go with the flow. Yeah. All right, Jessica, this is for you. Not Jessica, I'm sorry. Emma, this is for Emma on Instagram. It's a love reading. Emma is asking about love. Let's see what cards come. I have this one. Who knows? Oh, okay. Emma, so the first card that's come up is that the 10 of Swords, which is about, it's about letting go of karma. It's the difficult endings to situations that no longer serve your highest good. I just burped. Yes, it's about releasing, letting go. And poor Orestes, you can see him down here. He's absolutely exhausted. He's exhausted having to work through the family karma. In the story, Orestes' family, there was like a horrible blood. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. I didn't think you'd like this card. There's another card. There's another card that comes with this. So just wait. Just wait. Okay. So poor Orestes, he had to like work through his family karma, and they were all murdering each other. It was horrible. And then he was left to clean it up. And so where am I? I just got distracted by somebody's message. Yes, so Emma, so this is about letting go. This is about letting go. It is about letting go. And it's like the endings to difficult situations. It's not like the grief card of like the death card. It's like cutting ties to the past, cutting karmic ties. It's a good card. It is actually a good card, even though it's a bit painful. And if you do that, you'll make room for falling in love. Like this is the card. No, the Knight of Cups is about falling in love. It's a temporary state. We know that when the Piscean gentleman in this card strolls into our life on his white horse, pretending that he's going to rescue, or we sort of want him, maybe we exalt him, thinking that he's going to rescue us from all our problems, which he can't. But nonetheless, this is the promise. This is the promise of new love finding its way to you. But Angela, yes, you're next. So yes, this is I wonder what's happened. You are next. Yeah, so this is new love. This is new love. So, if you cut the ties, you'll get this. You'll get an opportunity for this. So, I can't tell you what to do, but that's the message That is the message. So another one for Angela, and then I will read for I'll read for oh, you have to log off, Dave. No worries. I'm sending you so much love. Have an amazing evening. Thank you for showing up, Dave. Sending you just the sweetest dreams, and I hope you have very peaceful sleep. Okay, Diane, you're next. Diane Sin, you're next. And you're next on Facebook, but Angela's next on Angela Wonderwall is next on Instagram. So I'm going to read for Angela, and then I'll read for Diane. So do you have a question, Angela? Do you have a question? Do you have an intention? Angela? What's your intention, Angela? Have you got a question? Oh, stop. Can you please just... There's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. I'll have a look at the cards. You're just a bit scared. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Where the fuck is he? Stop. He's on his way. I'm getting a bit dizzy. So he's on his way. Spirit, the board should have stayed at your house this weekend. I told you to keep it for a few days, didn't I? Okay. Let's see where the fuck he is, shall we? Let's see. All right. Let's just hope your mate doesn't pop up. Can you imagine? She's not going to pop up. She's done. That cycle's over. Okay. All right. These are your cards. Oh, okay. These are pretty intense cards, Angela. So the first card, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So she better not show her face around it. Yeah, I know. I'd have thought there too. She's gone. She's no longer. She's left the house for a while. So this card actually represents you cutting your losses. This is about cutting your losses, and this is about moving on from the past. Like, cut your losses, whatever your cut your losses, okay, to the past. This is about moving on. You've got to like, and I know that you have and that you are. So it's quite annoying that this card has come up, but it is about like being willing to let go of something so that you can have what you want. So I suspect you need to like let go of that. I'm not saying the words of that, so that you can have, like, you're going to, and here's the other thing as well. Don't be afraid to say the things. Don't be afraid to say the things. Now, I know this is not, you know, these cards, but I'm going to interpret this card in its higher perspective. And I feel like this is like, part of this is you like being confident to speak up and just to call stuff out, but not call stuff out just to be mean. It's not about that. Calling things out so that you can get a straight answer, like saying the things that need to be said so that you know where you stand. And yes, this person may temporarily get a bit of a shock, but at least you'll have been honest with yourself, like, first and foremost, and with that person. So just like, this is, you know, Psyche has a little bit more emotional IQ than Eros in this card. She just does. Like, she's willing to she's willing to say the things, willing to confront him, and he just doesn't have the maturity at this point to be able to handle that. But we know with this card that all is not lost, right? It's actually a good thing. When Psyche does that, she grows exponentially, and she ends up getting what she wants. But yeah, it's, you know, part of the lesson is about taking that risk, being, you know, risking losing someone or losing that person if you say the things, and you'll feel better for it in the end anyway. If you do, it's not always nice having to do those things, but That doesn't mean, look, it doesn't mean it's over. You need to, like, we need to catch up. All right, so next person is Diane Sin. Hello, Diane. Any spirit messages would be appreciated. All right, Diane. All right. You're welcome. So, 1, 2. Okay, Diane, here's the message for you. So the first message of this card is that it's time for an up-leveling, or it's time for an adjustment around your career path, or opening your heart and your mind to doing. I hope you listened to the beginning of this tarot report at the beginning, because I think this card is really relevant to the tarot report. This is the card of the second career, and sometimes when this card comes up, it is about like up leveling your practice, or taking a change, like changing direction and doing something that is like a new career path, and opening your heart and your mind to the fact that you can actually make that successful. And, you know, it is about like becoming successful later on in life. I know for me, my greatest business success came to me in my late 40s. You know, I had a business when I was in my early 20s. And yet it was sort of successful, but not like it is now. Completely, it's very different now. But, you know, sometimes success comes to us later in life. So this is like, don't be afraid to change paths, or don't be afraid to up-level your practice. Don't give up. Don't give up. This is the promise of the second career being a very successful venture. Go ahead and do the thing. Now, we've got the Queen of Swords here too, which suggests to me that it is about the development of mind. So it may include doing some study, or doing some extra study, or been thinking about like developing a skill, a new skill. Then this is and because it's in the sign of Aquarius, my feeling is that it'd be something quite innovative, something different, something that's non-mainstream. And yes, and also this is the card of the development of like the sharpening of your mind, the brilliance of mind. And she's a warrior. Her name is Atalanta. She's a warrior. She doesn't get too involved in relationship. This is like the focus being on you. She could run as fast as any man. She's a bit like Athena, or Pallas Athene, or Athene. She's a bit like her. She's a warrior, and she's a woman unto herself. So this is about you stepping into that power, into your like your brilliance, of mind. I suspect that you could study potentially this is about studying something that will enable you to support you in this second career. But it's going to be different. It's different. It's not mainstream. It's not mainstream. So just follow that. It's message from spirit. That's the message. Okay. Now, who else am I going to read for? How am I going for time? I've got a little bit of time. So, Good Soul. Yes. Oh, I've got someone on YouTube. Hello, YouTuber. Oh, that's nice. Someone on YouTube. Nice to see you. I'm glad that you dropped in, Good Soul. What's your name? Have you got a name? I'm sure you do. It would be nice to know your name so I can refer to you by your name. I'm going to read for you. Amazing. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So yes. Oh, you subscribed. Oh, that's so nice. I've got to organize. That's what I've got to do. Organize my VA so she can make a new VA, so she can make my beautiful video, make my videos look a bit more professional. I am good at what I do, just my videos don't look fancy, which doesn't make me look how I would, how videos look on YouTube. I've got to get with the times. Yes, I can call you deep. Okay, I'll call you deep then, Good Soul. So let's pick some couple of cards for you. A bit sweaty. It's pretty hot here in Perth. It's pretty warm. Okay, Good Soul. 1, 2. Oh, look. Okay. So my feeling is we've got 2 cards for you, good soul. Deep. We've got these two good cards for you. They are good cards. I just burped again. Sorry. This is these cards. Okay, so let's talk about the first card, the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about putting the energy behind something you want to, an idea that you've got in your mind, and bringing it into manifest form, like birthing it into this reality. This is the energy that one needs to get a project off the ground, to make it happen. So whatever idea that you've got in your mind, it needs to be materialized. You need to materialize it. You need to manifest it. And it's going to take commitment. Okay, this is what I'm going to tell you. That you have to you've got to go all in. You've got to go all in on this. You've got to go in for the long haul. You've got to hold hands with your spirit guide and trust that you are being guided. And sometimes I'll say this to my clients, my business clients, that when you decide, you've got to make a decision that you will, and then the universe or God or source or life will conspire to support you. But you've got to say, you've got to be real about it. You've got to be honest with yourself. You've got to choose it and put a stake in the ground and say, yes, you've got to be certain that this is what you're going to do. So I explain it like this. It's like locking the door behind you so you can't turn back. You're going to lock the door, and that key, you throw it in the middle of the ocean and you let it drop to the bottom. So you cannot, the only way to move now is to move forward. That's the commitment that you're being called for this idea that you've got, that maybe you've already started, but to bring it into manifest form, it must be, but it's going to require a serious commitment from you. You've got to go all in, otherwise it won't work. Okay. And it feels like a business. But you've got go all in on it. You can't. And this is what happens to many people in business. They sort of a bit sort of half, one foot in, one foot out. And it is a bit like that when you've got, say, you might have a full-time job and you're sort of doing your business part-time maybe, and you sort of it's okay if you don't make any money one month, or if you make a small amount of money. For someone like myself, because this is my income, what I'm doing right now, there's no messing around. I'm all in. There's no fuckery. I go all in on it, and I don't mess around with it. The universe, life knows I'm serious about that, and I get supported every single time. But you've got to make a decision that this is what you're going to do. This is it. This is what I do. And sometimes, and this is for everyone here, because in the beginning of their soul reading, we're talking tonight, we're talking about soul purpose and legacy. Sometimes we take for granted the things that are so easy to us, things that come to us so easily, or that we do so easily. We think it's ordinary, but what we don't realize is that it's so extraordinary to other people that they're willing to pay for your time so that you can offer it. It's a gift. It's a gift. You resource others with this thing that you think is ordinary. And it's usually the thing that it's so easy. You make it look easy. You make it look easy because it's so natural to you. We all have that something, but it's not always mainstream. It's not always what we think we should be doing. It's just what's sort of natural to us. Yeah. Yes. So, okay, everyone. Well, I'm just going to put a link in here now. So this is for my one-to-one channeling training. Everybody that does that has had incredible experiences. I will support you to channel your spirit guide. I will help you to connect in with deceased loved ones. I'm not going to be doing it for you. I'll be holding space for you to have that experience, or we channel together, actually. And then I also do some breath work with you to clear any emotional debris. We work on soul immersion, you feeling into your intuition, your psychic abilities, tapping into your true north, and also awakening purpose. It always does. Whenever it's my purpose in this lifetime is to awaken purpose in you. And also we will do at the very end, so there's 3 sessions. The last session will be usually goes for about an hour and a half, the life between lives hypnosis. So it's a past life hypnosis. Then I take you between lives, which is always fascinating. And I can't tell you the rest, because if I tell you the rest, you'll have expectations. And I don't tell my clients exactly how it looks, because I want it to be spontaneous from the unconscious. Yeah, they are amazing sessions. So I do them either in-house here in Perth in this room. There's the hypno chair behind me there, the hypno chair there. I do it either in-house or via Zoom. Yeah, it's all on that link. You can read it on that link all about it. So okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that because my daughter's got school tomorrow. So it's first day of school and I've got to get her ready for bed and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sending everybody so much love. Have an amazing week. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Big hugs, big kisses. Take care, everyone. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And I'll see you. Oh, there's Bubby. He wants his food. So I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.